Good news to all small YouTubers. YouTube now favors you, so this doesn't matter anymore. So now I'm sad because I worked so hard to get this for nothing, because now it doesn't matter anymore, which means the game is now a bit more equalized, and it's now the best video wins. That's it. May the best video win. Now, before I even keep talking, let me show you guys a little bit of one of my bigger channels. This channel, for instance, I grew it up with a lot of sweat and a lot of hard work, and most of the time I was simply trying to figure out how YouTube works. Okay, so when I finally figured it out back then, within like 2 years, made some money with it. Then I stopped because I was doing something else off YouTube. I mean, not more on YouTube, but something else, outside of YouTube. And now I'm coming back to revive this channel. And I also really noticed like hardcore, like, of course I'm always up to date with the new YouTube terms, the new YouTube, news. And I already heard that they are changing things. But even before that, I could see that the way I got videos were a bit more like, I could get videos like from people that, uh, just like uploaded, and they just had like 2 views or something, and they weren't popular. So I could see the change on my YouTube feed in real time, like simply getting videos recommended to me that normally I may never see because I used to like get more popular videos. So now I could already see the change beforehand. But now having this confirmed with YouTube or by YouTube is even deeper. And even deeper for me is that I am one of those that have channels with this right now, about to revive my new channel, and I actually see that happen like by me experiencing it. So it's not just me talking about what I've read, what I've seen, but it's also like talking about what I, with one of my bigger channels that I'm trying to revive right now, I'm experiencing. Because normally with the bigger channel you just get like some more views in general, because hey, you have the subs, you have the numbers, so you get like a bit of benefit with it. But now it literally doesn't even matter anymore. Like, it's crazy. It's almost like a slap in the face for all the older YouTubers with bigger channels. But we're talking about what is good for you. So if you are a smaller channel, you are just getting started, this is like the perfect time for you to actually like double down and not feel like you're gonna be kind of like hidden for too long because you are small. No, it's a time where you have to double down, because only those that will actually seize this opportunity will win. And as you've noticed with YouTube, things change. Every time with social media platforms, things change. So when you have an opportunity like this, you better grab it with both hands, because in the end, it's only those that actually act when the time is perfect that actually get the win, you know? Because if you sleep on this opportunity and you start uploading tomorrow when it's gone, well, you've missed the opportunity. Now you are informed, so do something. Now, with that being said, I always script my videos, which you should, because it's important to make sure that you actually serve your audience in the best way possible without actually missing out on some points. So I have the script in front of me right now, and you can see the bullet points, right? So, like I just said earlier, the big claim is that right now it's the best time for you, and also the algorithm doesn't care about subscribers anymore, and also the click-through rate and retention matters more, which means that's what really makes every video to actually be able to just go head to head and made the best video win. So you can make a video about any topic, and if you cover a topic better than others, no matter how big they may be on YouTube, long term your video will still win. And so we can in a way say it's on easy mode, although everything that you actually understand becomes easy. So YouTube has never been that difficult. I mean, I can say that it's never been actually that difficult. It's just that people never really understood how YouTube works. So for the most part, I would say the years I wasted time on YouTube, like it took me like multiple years, like at least 3 to 4 years of me just jumping left and right and starting, quitting, and changing topics, to understand that that is the reason why I never could find success earlier, because me just switching topics all the time was the reason. of me not actually finding success. And the year that I actually got it, I simply like focused on one topic, and within 6 months, I was on my way to almost getting, getting this play button, right? So within 6 months, and actually now it's even a lot, let's say, easier, because now you actually see that, oh, I don't have to, you know, do things that I don't really want to do, because when I was jumping left and right, I was actually doing some ideas that I felt like could go well, because I could see other channels, or other people do well with it. But it wasn't really what I actually wanted to do. So now you can actually be more truthful to yourself, which you should always be, and more authentic to yourself and to your audience, because you can actually simply focus on what you want your channel to be about and stick to that one topic. That's it. That's it. So like on this channel, it's all about YouTube tutorials. On the other channel which I have, it's all about, maybe entertainment, soccer, whatever, but it's just about something else. And just sticking to that one topic is what would actually make you win faster. And now let's keep on. Also, some things have changed which we never had before, is that we have shorts now. Of course, if you want to use shorts, it depends on your preference, but I think shorts will actually bring new viewers to your channel a lot faster, which means you can get your 1,000 subs faster, you can get some views, some traction faster. But what I don't like about the short form viewers is that the attention span, it's not that favorable for a long piece of content. So in a sense, I see this double-edged sword, which means they can help you get your 1,000 views, 1,000 subscribers, whatever, faster, right? But they don't watch that long in general. Like, they have a shorter attention span. Of course, you can see, like, have luck and have like a percentage, which means maybe like 10% or 5% of those from that watch the shorts actually stick around and watch the video entirely. So that can also happen, which is a bonus. It's like a tip. It's almost like if you serve at a restaurant and they give you a tip, you take it or you leave it. It's just a tip. You can use it, you can actually benefit from it, but yeah, you cannot really like rely on it that much. That's the thing. Like I have friends that I kind of like coach a little bit, because they were like, hey, we have all these TikTok videos, we want to grow on YouTube, but we don't want to like create YouTube videos, we just want to like see what the shorts benefit can be like. I was like, all right, just upload your shorts regularly, plan them like every single day for the next month, and see what happens. They did that. They had like hundreds of thousands of subs in a speed I've never witnessed in my life, so quick. But the views were good, just that the revenue from the shorts are just like, yeah, it's almost nothing. And also the subs that they have, when they then try to like to post a video that was more long form, they realized like almost 99% of those subscribers didn't care at all. Like, they was just there to watch the shorts. That's it. That's why if you do too much shorts, I think it's not really like the best way if you actually want to have that real proper YouTube audience. Like, yeah, for instance, someone that likes viewing shorts would have scrolled and skipped this video already. Like, you're still watching, which means you want people that can watch videos like you do. So with that being said, just decide for yourself and see what is best for you. If you want to use shorts or not, it's on you, but don't do too much shorts. I would say, always make sure that you actually still focus on uploading your long form videos. Like, that's what you want to actually use as a metric for success on YouTube, not the short form. Now, editing software got simpler, because that used to be a big issue back in the days, like people not actually doing YouTube because editing is just so much work. But now it's so simple. I taught my mom how to edit videos, and she now edits her own videos, and very good. Like with CapCut, like you have so many free softwares. Like, imagine what CapCut can do right now. It's something that you had to pay, like Final Cut, you had to pay for this, like Adobe Premiere Pro, Vegas, or all these other bigger softwares, and you had to learn so much just to edit. Now you just like click, 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 and the video's done. And it's crazy. Like I mean, the barrier of entry is getting like smaller. You can also like use AI to like help write your script or rewrite your script or simply structure your script in a way that it's just more easier to present. So you have all these benefits nowadays that you probably didn't have in the past. So there was just so much you had to master yourself to be a YouTuber. The YouTuber was almost like the guy that does it all but nothing perfect. That was what a YouTuber used to be. But now you could actually like become or refine your imperfections a lot better. So that's one good thing too. Also, what changed? Old YouTube subscribers mattered more. Now new YouTube, pretty much like I said already, the videos that you create matter more. So the stories that you tell matter more, and that is a big W. And the competition is now a bit more equalized. It's easier to enter. It's hard to stay consistent, because in the end, consistency is something I'm gonna be repeating like every single time, because it's actually what makes the difference. Like, no matter how you turn the table, no matter how things change, algorithm, how many times YouTube like changes, or changes the way it distributes videos, in the end, the only person who actually like see the benefit of it is the one that actually stick around long enough to see the change actually, to actually see the change, to actually see the results. Yeah, that's it. Like, if you don't stick around long enough, you will never see the results. This the same way as YouTube is even built. It's even like YouTube system is so slow at testing videos that you actually need to have patience for like at least 3 to 4 months to even like start seeing your channel grow, in a sense, or to even see if the videos you made were actually good or bad. Like, it literally takes so much time to test, to the point that people even feel like they have already failed. It feels like, oh my god, my videos are so bad. Like, so although it's not the case, just that they just take longer to test videos than other platforms. And in a sense, already its system is built for those that can actually be very consistent and just stay locked in, regardless of how the views are looking like, regardless of how the subs are looking like. Just stay locked in. So yeah, consistency is what really matters. So just stay consistent, and don't quit like most that actually just stop before even ever reaching 50 uploads, because actually it's the thing, like, many YouTubers don't even get to upload like 50 videos and they quit. So don't be one of those. Just keep uploading. Don't care about the views, don't care about the subs, just keep uploading. And also, you have no pressure, you have no expectations. When you're still a smaller channel, you can actually like test things, you can try things out. You can actually just like be more authentic to yourself, and understand that you can really fail, in a sense, because you're just learning how not to do it, what to do better. So that's actually an advantage. You don't want your first horrible video to just simply go viral. You're gonna be ashamed. Maybe like you don't want to like do something that wasn't that good, maybe, and it just goes viral. Like, the internet's almost like sometimes unforgiving, but still, feel free to upload your videos. Feel free to just experiment. Feel free to just be you. And even more important, like, the longer I've been doing YouTube, I understand that being you is actually very important, like, long term. Like, if you're trying to play this game for a long term, being you is so important. And that is why I think that's where the streamers actually edge YouTubers, because they can just be themselves. And being yourself for a long time, it's kind of like protect you from burning out, and that is also one reason why I actually have decided, with this channel, where I'm just simply educating, I'm just talking to you like I'm consulting you. That's how I talk to companies. That's how I talk to CEOs when I'm consulting them on, like, what to do for their channel, what they can do better, I just like talk like this. I don't over edit. I don't like try to show you like so many pictures, videos, whatever, just to gain your attention. I just assume that if it's important enough for you, you will stick around, listen, and learn. That's it. And it's also is the most authentic way I can be. Me talking to you like this one-on-one without you seeing any like crazy edits on my video, it's just the most authentic way that I could ever speak to you. And I even think that when you choose your strategy, think long term, think like many years ahead, because can I see myself talking like this for the next 10 years? I can see myself do that, absolutely. Can I see myself like talking like this and then having the videos edited like every single time for the next 10 years? Not really. It's just extra work, too much work as well, but also it is not the authentic style that I want. So sometimes figuring out what are those things that actually like make you not actually want to commit, kick them out. Just kick them out and do what of course, if I over edited, of course I would have a better retention. Of course people will watch longer and all that stuff. Of course I would grow faster, probably, but still choose what can make you last long term. That is so important. And as YouTube also like spread your videos around and find your audience, they will actually find people that are more happy with your style of communicating. And the style of you communicating can only come out authentically if you just stay true to yourself. So most YouTubers, if you watch their videos without all the crazy editing, you would actually see how they actually communicate for real. But the crazy editing just help people stay around and watch longer, which is great. It's a good way to kind of like hook people around. But you also realize that there is not that deep of a connection with the YouTuber in a sense, compared as to the same YouTuber sitting around on a podcast just talking like this. There is a different connection there, like, and I like that. I prefer that in a sense. That's my point of view. But just saying, like, now you can actually be more yourself, because YouTube actually like help put your videos in front of people that enjoy your style. They find those people and they are there. Like, we are billions on this planet, so there are definitely like millions of people that would actually enjoy your content the way you are, the way you want your content to be. Actually, just make sure that you stick in the niche. Like, that's one thing we cannot really like exclude, is that at least if you have a channel topic, always make sure that when you're talking, you always like make sure that it's still within that topic, because it's just the smartest thing to do. Like, of course you could like do everything, talk about everything, but you would always pretty much stay, I don't know, like you will never grow you will never grow in the same pace compared to someone that has one topic and sticks to that one topic. Now, with that being said, what can you do to actually win on this easy mode? Study winning formats. Like I say, don't be lazy. Study. Improve your hook. Yes, just make sure that your hook just gets to the point of whatever the video is, and focus on viewer retention in a way. Well, let's do that, because when you stick on the topic, it definitely increases viewers retention, right? But also make sure that you keep your style in a way that you can actually do it long term. And make thumbnails simple and emotional. Like, thumbnails just be able to communicate whatever the topic is as clean as possible. That's it. It must not be crazy, but it just has to be able to be clean, visible, and just be on the topic. That's it. And post consistently. Improve 1% on every video. Like, improve, and be yourself. Like, that's something that I just put in there. What does it mean to be yourself? Just because after 7 years of YouTube, 10 years of YouTube now, I realized that, most of my friends that stopped, and most other YouTubers that stopped along the way, were just because they were playing a character, or they were playing characters, or they were like talking in a way that they don't really talk in real life. They were like, in a way, I'm being called right now. They were like, in a way, let's say, yeah, they were like, in a way, trapped in a certain character, and they couldn't do it anymore. So, being actually authentic to yourself can prolong your YouTube game long term, like literally. And the game is to be here long term, to win long term. And also, your viewers can actually connect to you earlier. They can actually connect to you because you can never blame them in the future for wanting that certain character that you have been portraying, because that's what you showed them, so they will actually fall in love with that, or you attracted people that love that certain character that you portrayed. And yeah, so it was always your decision, it was on you. So if you want to not have to be changing characters or be changing personalities in a sense in the future, well, just be that whatever you want to be, which you feel comfortable with, and that that you can feel comfortable with, like for the next 10 years, 20 years, unapologetically. That's even a word, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, yeah, still, it doesn't mean that you have to be, lazy or boring or something. You see, although I prefer just talking like this, like a podcast in a sense, I still do my research. I still like to make sure that I, do my scripts. And when I sit right here and I talk, I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable. I love what I'm doing. And if you have any other topics that you would like me to talk about, hey, make sure you comment. But anyways, I always have a plan. I always have a long-term plan for you guys, and I try to make sure that I cover things that will help you long-term grow on YouTube without any headache, because the game is actually easy. And one very important thing as well is that you should detach your emotions from numbers, from the subs and from the views on YouTube in the beginning. It's very important, and even long term. Like I'm used to like making videos. Like right now, if you're watching this right now, it's just November. I mean, it's February something, and I just got started with this channel. Like for real, to help you guys grow on YouTube. And the views right now, of course, are horrible as I speak right now, but I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, you have to be able to detach yourself from the views and the numbers. But I just know that, it's just for now. In months, or let's say in 6 months or something, things will look differently. So I can't care about the numbers right now, but I have to keep planting the seeds. I have to keep making the videos, uploading consistently, because that is only what will alter the future of this channel. And that's all that matters. And that's the mindset you need to have. That's very important. With that being said, guys, I do already have a YouTube group which is just there to help you guys be consistent. Like, that's where most YouTubers fail. It's just because they at a certain point stop uploading, and therefore I have that group for you guys. Link is in the description, I think, somewhere, and it's just there to help you guys realize you're not alone and be consistent. That's the aim of the group. That's it. With that being said, guys, have a nice day. And let me show my full face right now. Yeah, sky's the limit. Watch other videos. Take care.